Hello everyone and welcome once again to Let's Play Katamari Forever. My name is Dylan, I'm your host, and like last time, we're doing a classic Katamari roll here, this time representing the comic book graphical filter, though it's not all that much different. And like last time, we're going after one of the most sought after objects in the game. While last time that was the cow bear, this time around I'm trying to roll up a Devil Kataoka for you. This is one of the objects that I sort of hyped a little bit when I was playing this stage the first time, so I thought it would be worth coming back and actually rolling it up, changing things up in that respect, actually getting something instead of just talking about it. So yeah, like the cow bear, this is one of the harder to get objects in the game. Though in the case of Devil Kataoka, it's not so much that it's difficult to roll up, but it's a matter of actually keeping it in your Katamari. Because, as you may recall, this is the hot stuff stage, and the hot stuff stage is a stage that ends whenever your temperature reaches 10,000 degrees Celsius or 0 degrees Celsius. In the first case, you will have completed the stage, and in the second case, you will have failed it. And by the time you're able to actually roll up the Devil Kataoka, once you're to that size category, you'll have used up many of the hot objects on the stage. And at that point, it'll be much more difficult to actually get the rest of the way up to the 10,000 centimeters, Celsius you need to finish things off. So you have to ration things carefully, but more importantly, there's something that I kind of forgot about last time, which is that there's an object on this stage called the Sacred Torch, and that's going to be very, very important to my strategy here, because the Sacred Torch is an object which pretty much independently will boost you to your goal. I believe by itself it'll raise your temperature by 8,000 degrees Celsius, so it'll get you most of the way there, but the Sacred Torch itself is even larger than the Devil Kataoka. So we're going to have to be getting very large on this stage, which is not an easy task since, as I mentioned, there are two ways of prematurely ending your roll here. No time limit, of course. You have as much time as you need, though your temperature is constantly dropping here. And we'll see, I'm starting to run into a problem here. I'm almost at 10,000, so I'm just going to chill here for a second. There's no rush. I'm just going to let my temperature drop a little bit. I could drop it manually by going through the water or picking up cold things, but I feel it's a little bit safer just to do this because I have more control over the rate at which my temperature is decreasing if I just sit around. You can see a guy on the right here with a red afro. That's him. That's Devil Kataoka right there. And he may not look all that impressive, but just trust me, he's one of the more difficult objects to get, which is why we're doing this video. Also, I wanted one last roll just to finish things off. I do think that this will probably be the last time you see me play this game. The only reason that that wouldn't be the case is that I might decide that the world would be better off if I did the co-op stages, but at the current time, I do not believe that the world would be any better off for that, so I'm not planning on doing that. But that's pretty much the only thing I could think of that I have still remaining to do here in this game. Having done the mini-games and after this episode, hopefully gotten the two more notorious hard-to-get objects in the game. I think that'll have just about wrapped everything up, so I hope you enjoyed it while it lasted. I'm kind of happy to be done with it, but at the same time, it was a lot of fun doing it. But anyway, no more need to talk about that. I think I said my goodbyes pretty well at the end of the last proper episode, so let's just enjoy this bonus episode while it's going on. I did do a practice roll right before I started recording, mainly because I hadn't played this game in a couple of weeks since the whole cow bear ordeal, but I do think that this one is going to be a lot easier for me than the cow bear episode was. I actually have a pretty good feeling that I might just finish things right here and actually get this on the first attempt, which would be a glorious, wonderful thing to happen, but I'm certainly not counting on that. If I have to do this a few times, it won't bother me at all. Though I would rather wrap things up here because I got a 3DS recently, and you know, I really want to be playing Fire Emblem Awakening right now. But this is a fun game too. Gotta get out of the water. Oh crap. I lost a lot of my temperature there. That's okay though, because I'm still getting larger and I'm still alive. You can touch the water and survive if you manage to get out as quickly as I did there. But since this is Katamari Classic mode, there's no Prince Hop, so that makes things a little bit more difficult. It's a lot harder to actually get out of the water if you're not able to simply leap upward. If you actually have to cross the distance of the water in order to get out of it, it's much more difficult. Let's see, pick up these computers here, these monitors anyway. I think those provide a small amount of heat, though not a lot. I am dwindling below the 5,000 point right now, which is a little bit nerve-wracking. You need to get some hot things in me in order to build that buffer back up. It is nice when you get really high to be able to sandbag a little bit and let your temperature drop, but there's a lot of pressure when when you're actually in danger, as I was there. Now that I'm back over 5,000, I'm a little bit less worried about it. And I think I can actually go for the Devil Kataoka. Ah, there it is. Devil Kataoka in my inventory, but it doesn't count. As you can see, it's still in rainbow text, which means it has not yet been added to the collection. We actually have to finish things off here. It's not good enough just to simply roll up an object, but you have to complete the stage as well. In order to do that, at this point, I'm pretty much going to have to get that Sacred Torch. So I'm going to have to get a little bit larger and then make my way over there. Let's see, trying not to run out of temperature as I get a little bit larger here. Let's grab these poultry. Why is that just called poultry? Is there actually a bird that produces that size of thigh? I'm not sure. Or leg, rather. Alright, let's see. I seem to be doing okay, but I'm below 5,000, which makes me nervous. Is this it here? Is this the torch? I don't think that's the torch. I think it's back there? Actually, you know, I don't even know. Actually, I think this is it. I think this is the Sacred Torch. Yeah, I believe that this is the Sacred Torch here. So I need to get larger in order to roll that up, but my temperature is dropping rapidly right now. So I've got to first focus on staying alive, and second on getting even larger than I already am. I can't afford to touch the water at all at this point, or really get any cold things of significant size, because I'm running really, really low on hot things just to keep myself alive. I guess, yeah, here's an untapped area of hot things I can roll up, though it's not enough to push me over the 5,000 point. Alright, am I large enough now? Probably not, but I'm going to make my way back over in that direction, because if I don't get it soon, I'm in serious trouble. I can get some pizzas and things. I guess those are a little bit hot. Oh, no, I did not mean to quick roll there. Huh, that's so bizarre. I accidentally quick rolled there during this episode of the LP, too. How did that happen to me twice in the same place? Unless I'm misremembering. I believe that happened to me there last time, huh? Skirt past the giant penguin there. I need hot things really fast because I'm almost dead right now. What about these propane tanks there? Those were not propane tanks, those were hot plates. Hard to tell when you're this big. I am really big. And I'm really cold too. Gotta get hot things, come on. Let's get these fireworks here, try to avoid the snowmen, and... Oh no. Okay, I hit some fire extinguishers, and that was enough to put out my flames, so... almost 7 minutes in, did not make it on this attempt. Hopefully it won't take me too many more. Let's try it again. So as you saw there, even though the Sacred Torch exists, temperature is still extremely important, because there's a large gap of time between getting the Devil Kataoka and being able to get the Sacred Torch, and you have to be able to stay alive during that time. Like, temperature dropping to 0 is a real threat. What you didn't see is that between the last attempt you saw and this one, there were 4 in which I got to 10,000 accidentally before even getting to the point where I rolled up the Devil Kataoka. So I'm going to play it a little bit safer this time and just chill around here for a bit. Alright, now let's go. And grab a snowman for safe measure, and I should be able to get him. There he is, Devil Kataoka. Welcome aboard. Now, I cannot yet get the Sacred Torch. As you can see, it's a little bit out of my range, but I think I'm doing okay here. I'm above 5,000, and there's still some hot objects left for me to pick up, so let's roll around and get those. Starting with these fires here, and let's get some other people as well. People will add to my size pretty significantly. Yeah, the Devil Kataoka himself is not... Oh no, I need something hot. I need something hot. There's fire down there. Let's get to that fire. Alright, just in the nick of time there, but is it enough? No, it's not. I'm still under 1,000. Alright, this one's over. I can't get to anything hot in time, can I? TVs? Not enough. Ah, man, it looks like the fireman put me out. Oh well. Yeah, as I was saying, Devil Kataoka himself is not that much harder to roll up than the other people on this stage. His rarity is more a factor of the fact that he only appears on this stage. So other large objects here, you have other opportunities to add your collection, excuse me, by way of other stages, but as he's exclusive to this stage, only by going through this trial can you roll up that object. But I think I can do it with a couple more attempts maybe, so let's try again. Wow, this is the hottest I've ever gotten just inside the first building. I'm nearly at 8,000 already. I wonder if it's possible to actually complete this goal without ever leaving that first building, reaching the 10,000 inside. I wouldn't be surprised if it is possible. As you can probably tell from the time in the top right, this stage can be completed really, really quickly if all you're trying to do is to get to 10,000 degrees Celsius. It's really not that hard once you've had a little bit of practice with the stage. Like I've said before, I do consider this the hardest stage in the game, but by this point I've had quite a lot of practice with it. and I think for the most part I'm able to stay calm under pressure, but once I get to the point where I've gotten my goal, once I've gotten a double Kataoka, that's where I have no clue what to do. Kind of like with the Cowbear stage, where I had a pretty good idea of how to get like up there close to the right size I needed to be, but once I was there, I had like no idea how to go about actually rolling up the Cowbear. That's kind of how I feel about this goal as well. Like, I can roll up double Kataoka, but what do I do then? Like, how does one actually get large enough to roll up the Sacred Torch at that point without accidentally getting cold things and just running down your temperature right away? Like, I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure that out, and I need to slow it down a bit here, take it easy, because I'm hovering right around the 10,000 degree point. That has been the greatest killer of me so far, since it is easy to since it is so possible, I should say, to complete this stage so quickly. I run the danger of just like playing by instinct and just winning too quickly. Because like I've built up these residual strategies of how I like to go about playing the stage, and they're all built around not getting larger but getting hotter. Like I've built up the ability to get the hot things and avoid the cold things, and so when instinct takes over, I'm not going to roll up those cold things, so I'm going to lose track of my temperature and hit 10,000 before I know it. But I'm trying not to do that here. Trying to be a little bit more tolerant of cold objects. You really can roll up some of them. In fact, let's grab a fire hydrant here. Yeah, or fire extinguisher, I should say. A little bit different. Yeah, so it is okay to get some cold things. You can stay alive upon doing that. I seem to be doing pretty okay right now. Like I've said before, I feel safe as long as I'm over 5,000 degrees Celsius. There aren't a lot of places where you can run into enough objects that'll kill you from that point. The water without the Prince Hop is one of them. That's one way of dying when you're over 5,000, but that's the main one. Though, once you're too big, once you get to a certain size, it's really hard to make out where the cold things are and where it's safe and where it's not. See, I'm obviously too small to get Devil Kataoka right now, so I'll just squeeze by him. Maybe able to roll up some of the smaller humans, though, perhaps? Though I am hovering around 9,000, so I should slow down a little bit. Let's see if I can get these students here. I don't think so quite yet, no. Alright, can't get those students yet, but there's some, like, exercising students over this way who, I think are a little bit smaller. I think I can get these guys right now. Alright, or maybe not. Maybe I'm just not large enough to get any of the humans right now. I can get some of these boxes of popsicles, though, to cool myself down. Oh, no, I didn't mean to hit those fire extinguishers. I don't need to get that cool. Okay, better get some hot things to get back over 5,000 just to play it safe. And maybe take another roll at these guys down here. No, still not to human rolling size. It looks like I should be able to get some of these guys, but I can't. Okay, it would be nice of this stage to display your current size. It's not really relevant under normal circumstances. You really don't care how large you are. Like, not being able to roll up larger objects is very rarely a concern just playing the stage ordinarily. Okay, I can get these trainees right now, but not their coaches apparently. That should prepare me to get these students standing in the water down here. Come to think of it, it looks like they're filling up buckets of water in order to help put out these fires. I guess for all the people on this stage, this is a really terrifying scenario. There's fire all over the place. And it's actually really terrifying for me right now because I just dropped under 1,000 somehow, so I need to pick up hot things. And fast, or I'm not going to survive. Okay, gonna get the hot things from over here without touching the water. Alright, that puts me up to 2,800. Still working on it. Gotta get back up above 5,000 if at all possible. And I'm working my way in the direction of the Kataoka, since I should be able to roll him up soon. Oh, I should say, as far as I know, Kataoka is just a name. I think Devil Kataoka is just like his proper first and last name. It seems like a really weird name, but as far as I know, there's no particular significance to the name Kataoka. And he probably earned the name Devil because of his red afro there. Gives him sort of a diabolic appearance. Alright, under 5,000, so I'm feeling a little bit unsafe, but I do feel good that I've gotten that object, and I think I'm pretty big. The camera is just zoomed out and taken a sort of overhead view right now, giving me a pretty good look at the stage, but I do run the danger of getting cold things unexpectedly, so I should be careful. Obviously too small to get the Sacred Torch, but I can knock those propane tanks off of it, get those anyway. Don't think I'm going to do much good going any further that way. Snowman. Avoid the snowman. Alright, I'm too big to avoid the snowman. And what did I get there? What What finished me off? I can't even tell. Oh, I guess there's some fire extinguishers back there? Yeah, I think there are. So I guess once I've gotten the Devil Kataoka, I should avoid coming back this way, because I'm too wide to fit between the cold things on either side. Alright, well, good to know. I won't be coming back here in the future if I can remember that. Let's try it again. Okay, I'm big, I'm warm, but not too warm. Now let's see if I'm too big to squeeze by these snowmen. Ooh, got some snowmen, that's not good. But I'm still hovering right around 5,000 and I have Devil Kataoka in my grasp. So I'm feeling good about this. Let's go around, grab all of these fires. Unfortunately, I've kind of used up a lot of the heat on the stage, so I'm gonna have to make my moves quickly here and try to find a way to get large enough to get that Sacred Torch before I run out of heat, because it is dropping rapidly. Let's see. Do not want to cross the water there. It is safe to cross the water there when you're a little bit smaller, and there are a lot of good objects on that sort of like vending machine bridge, but it's not something I want to do at this size, and I got it! I got the Sacred Torch! Oh man, which means that I got the Devil Kataoka, and oh, that's everything. I've gotten everything. Okay, and I did it in under 5 minutes. Royal Rainbow! Yeah, and I did it a lot faster than I got the cow bear. It looks like my recording says I've been going for an hour and 5 minutes. Okay, that's not all that bad considering it took me like 5 hours to get the cow bear. So yeah, that's the Devil Kataoka, the devil himself, as well as the Sacred Torch, which I believe you can actually get on other stages. Otherwise, I would think that the Sacred Torch itself would have a reputation for being a somewhat hard-to-get object, but I don't think that's the case. I think I already had it in my collection before I ever obtained it on this stage. But in any case, I got it here again. I got mostly food, also cooking, and Japanese food. Seems to be a pattern there, which makes sense, since there is a lot of food on this stage. a mere 33 points. You would think that I would get 120 points for all the trouble I went through to get to this point, but no, a mere 33. Time is very important on this stage, and considering you can complete this stage in about 2 minutes, a time of around 5 minutes does not really deserve a better score than that. Though I did get really, really large, this is one of the few stages where largeness is not rewarded. And so, now that I've completed this, this is funny, I'm going to be making Stardust out of this. I went through all this trouble and I'm not even making a Mars out of it, I'm making a Stardust. You know what, screw it, I'm going to make it, I'm going to make the 2 spicy Mars. Screw that appetite Mars and its 100 points. We're making a 33.2 spicy Mars, and now that we've done it, let's go back and review. Let's see that run in its entirety, and then I'll be back at the end for something special. Devil Kataoka, 2 meters, 11 centimeters, and 2 millimeters. He's been thrown out of the band because of artistic differences. Thrown out of the band and right into my Katamari. Thank you so much for watching me play Katamari Forever. It's been a blast.